Just a few weeks ago, the channel turned 2 years old, and my very first video on the channel was looking at my trophy collection up to the 50th platinum. And then last year, I continued the series and got up to my 100th platinum. And then recently, I got a comment on that video saying it's been 1 year and no part 2, which is actually part 3. So this is part 3. So in this video, I'm going to start with platinum 101 and then go up to platinum 150 while talking about all the games I didn't manage to platinum along the way. So if you're interested, it might be a long one, but hopefully you'll find a new game to play, or I'll tell some interesting story about some platinum that took me ages to get. And because it might be a long one, it makes sense to just get into the video as soon as possible and get started. So let's go. So just because I did this last year, we'll take a look at our stats first. So I'm now level 699 with 412 platinums, 2.1k golds, 4.8 silvers, and almost 15k bronze. I think did I do it in special for that or no? And then in total we've got 22,000 trophies. And I'll put on screen what last year was like, and I don't know if I have the year before, but if I do, I'll do like a big, comparison. So I think I left off the last video at Lego Harry Potter 1-4 on the PS4, which is the second time I'd got it. Obviously that was my first platinum and my 100th platinum. And then, I don't know if I explained this in the last video, but all of these next platinums I got in the exact same day. I think up to Burly Men at Sea, because I wanted Lego Harry Potter 1-4 to be number 100. It meant that when I got to 99, I couldn't get any more platinums. But obviously I was still playing the games. So I think this will be easier to show in the edit on PSN profiles, but you can see higher, I finished in February 2018, and then I came back to do like a PvP mode, like to get that trophy. Then put that with the Dapper, it'll be the exact same thing, I think. Yeah, so I finished in February, and then I got this easy trophy, and Far Cry Primal, same thing, finished the game in February, then I think this is like an Easter egg that I found, and so all of these are the same, so I guess I'll go to the last one. Actually, I don't know what to thought it was like. I finished it in June and then came back to do collectibles, so all of these I got in the same day because I basically just left an easy trophy to pop. So that takes us what, so 101, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so I got 11 platinums, or I got 12 platinums in one day, if you include the 1-4. I don't think I'll do anything like this again. I just like the idea of having the same platinum twice on the exact same day at the exact same time, like down to the minute. Yeah, so now actually let's talk about these games. Lego Harry Potter 5-7. Actually, I would like to go back and play these because since the last video, they announced the collection of the both games on PS5, and I'm pretty sure they're the exact same. Like there's no actual update or like PS5 version, but that does mean I think there's only one platinum as well because of that stupid collection thing. But I do remember loving these. Oh, and also this is 2018 the last time I played them, so like it's already been 7 years since I last played them, which is quite mad. Pyre, I've actually talked about this in its one video with the other Supergiant games, but oh, okay, like I love Pyre. And again, it's a game I want to go back and play because I feel like at the time, I feel like you need to play it twice to fully get it and like see all the branch and stuff. You can actually even see that I played it. I think this is the day it came out, the 25th, and I played it the next day, and I didn't play it again till February, and then that was like, yeah, and I guess actually, I should go on earn date because that might actually not be that. I basically played it I gave it 24 hours, and then we would skip forward to February where I actually played it. Yeah, I would love to play Pyre again just to actually like enjoy it this time. I feel like that was the thing. I was so disappointed with what the game was, just because it was so different to Bastion and Transistor, that I didn't like give it a chance really. But now with like time passed from the game, I do think I would enjoy it so much more, especially just because how it's so like interesting. The way just all the stuff it deals with, the actual design of it is like quite cool. And then so I feel like I need to play it again at some point. I might actually before Hades 2 comes out, like officially, I think it could be cool to like play all the Supergiant games again, and see if I can get. I don't know if there's any platinums I don't have, like PS5 versions or whatever, but like see what we can do. Then we've got Dapper the Dapper, which is a game that I think it's more, it like looks cooler than it is, if that makes sense. You can see I was playing it on Christmas Eve. Yeah, I don't have any like fond memories of it, but I can't remember if the platinum was hard or not. I feel like it must have been to get a cool rating and everything, but like the game isn't that hard, so you know, it can't be that bad. Do you have to play the game twice? Because it's in there, like clear all stages on easy. So it seems like you might have to do them on normal and easy. I would like to play the second game, but there was no platinum for it, and it kind of, you know how it is. Archetype Time, again, it's like, I think if this came out now, I probably wouldn't have played it, just because it is so, like, vapid. Is that a good word? Like you know, I enjoyed my time with it, but it's like, was it worth putting in all those hours? Probably not. Like, I need to check out Avatar, because is that any good? Bears Can't to Death. I'm pretty sure I just got this on a sale. This is just a Crash Team Racing. I hate using the word clone, because it's like, obviously that game's like, oh, it must have came out like before 2000. I know it would have been after 2000, because Crash wasn't even 2000. You know, it's a game that's like old, so I feel like it's disingenuous to call it a clone. You're just like it's like Crash Team Racing like. I do remember it being quite hard, maybe. I think that was the thing. I'm pretty sure it was a Stay Patient video where he said it was like an easy platinum that was on sale, so I got it, and then ended up actually not being that easy. It's not hard though. Like, it's not actually that bad. Sleeping Dogs, again, we did talk about this before. This is the PS4 version. This is one of my favourite games of all time. So obviously, when it came out with a new Trophy list, I do think this was actually a few years after it came out on PS4. You know, I just had to go back to it. And we also did the DLC for the first time, which was not worth it, I will say. But it's also just how good the first game is. Like, these kind of just feel like why are we, you know, like, what's this for? Just make a new one instead, and obviously that doesn't seem like it'll ever happen. Ni no Kuni 2. Ni no Kuni is actually, I never finished the first one, just because I did that thing, I think I did talk about it in that, the first part, where you finish the game, and then you need to do the whole game again. Obviously it's like quicker, but you're like fighting the same bosses. I was like, I just can't be bothered. But the second one I actually enjoyed a lot more, I think. I mean, I completed it, I got the platinum, so you'd assume so. I like the town building aspect. Also, I do think the gameplay changed quite a bit. I can't remember exactly. I think it's you that's fighting instead of your what do they call them? Like your Pokemon, basically. There was DLC for this. I never even looked into it. But sure, this one is just like it's like a dungeon that's like hard. But I remember the platinum for that being fun. Spy Chameleon. I think this is on PlayStation Plus. This is just like a stealth game, where you're playing as a chameleon, so you can become different colors and like blend in. I do remember this was also one that was like an easy platinum. And you can see it only took me, I guess it did take me a while, because there's like a bunch of breaks in here. But I remember this is a lot harder than I thought it'd be. And again, I do think it was on PlayStation Plus. Pick a Pic's Color, there's a few of these in my to-do list. I think this is the first one I played. But this is Picross on PS4. But, like, I love Picross and I would play any Picross game. But this is the color version, and the rules are just slightly different, and I didn't enjoy it. You can see I was like playing it, like getting along with it. The issue with this is the game is so long. Yeah, so it took me. Oh wait, actually, you know, this one might not actually be that long. It might be the later ones, because this only took me 2 weeks. Even in 2 weeks, there's a long time. Yeah, there's just like so many puzzles. And also, when I realised how long it was, I was like, okay, I just want to get the platinum and get out of here. So what you can do, you can fill out the whole board, and then check it, and it will delete all the like incorrect ones, and that's technically like the fastest way to play it. So by the end of the game, that was all I was doing in the longer levels. Just without Become Human, again, this is a game I want to play again just to see if I would like it now, because obviously it's quite divisive. It seems like it's like it's popular with people, if that makes sense. But I don't know. I think actually did it review well. I do like Quantic Dreams games, but there's just something like weird with it. It's got a 79, so it's kind of what you'd expect. It's like, it is good, but there's just like something off about it. And obviously there's a lot of discussion about it now, if the game is actually like racist or not. So that's like again, it's been 7 years since I played this, so I would like to play that again and actually discover is the game any good or not. Burly Men at Sea, this is like a very basic like narrative game where you play these 3 burly men at sea, and you just make these, like, you know, you go left, go through this door, then something happens, and then, you know, the game's I think it's like an hour and a half long, maybe 2 hours. Maybe it should be shorter than that. I think I played it naturally the first time, and then it just is like following a guide to get the like the other end and stuff like that. Probably wouldn't recommend playing the game if you're not like super into this in it. Fallout Shelter, I remember I did play it on mobile when it first came out, but then when it came to PlayStation I was like, okay, let's get the Platinum. And I did play it quite consistently, but was it a week? I don't see, I think I was still playing it in July. Like, you know, you get all these trophies quite fast and then there's like a big fall off, or fallout. And again, it is something that I would like to go back to. I feel like I keep on saying that, but it's like, people do like it, and I do think you can get the Platinum quite fast. Like, you know, if you played it, I can't remember if the PlayStation version has the day things, like, you know, where you need to like wait and stuff like that. I don't know if they took that out of the mobile game. Kingdom Hearts The Chain of Memories, this is one that people don't like, but I actually quite enjoyed it, but not enough to get the Platinum, because the Platinum, I'm pretty sure it's the same as other Kingdom Hearts, where it's like, you need to play the game so many times. Yeah, so I beat the game on hard twice. And then I think it might be RNG stuff, like you need to like get a certain card. Yeah, collect all the card, like I think it just is like a very long Platinum, but I actually did quite enjoy the game, even though you know, people don't like it. Lego Ninjago, I mean, not as much to say about this. Is a Lego game based on a property that I'd known barely anything about. I don't know if I'm too old for Ninjago or if I just missed it. You know, it's a it's a Lego game. What do you expect? FIFA 18, you know, FIFA. Injustice 2, I'm not like much of a fighting game person, but just it really depends on like what's the vibe of the game, and having like a DC like based fighting game makes the whole thing like so much more appealing. And but I do think, is the Platinum even that bad? I do remember getting to level 20 with everyone UKGs. And then it's just grindy, you know, you could do that if you wanted to, over the course of a few months. But then you do have to win 10 ranked matches and 50 player matches. And obviously you could boost the player matches, I'm guessing, but I just like, I'm just not good enough at fighting games, to be honest. It is weird though, because there are some easy trophies that I didn't get, because obviously I did go for the Platinum in this. There's also a bunch of DLC ones, I don't actually know what these are. Each level 30 authenticate. Yeah, so I got them all, because these are all just like, do like specific things in one fight with someone. And then each level 30. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing that. Hatful Boyfriend, again, I think this is another, you can like follow a guide for the Platinum. Like I got the bad end first, is that a common thing? This is another interesting one where it's like, I wonder, is a game actually that good, like if you were to play it now? So obviously it was like a big deal when it came out, just for it being like a meme game. What was that, was it Katawa Shuju or something like that? And then this came out right after, and those are both kind of like linked in my brain. But it's like, is the game actually good, or was it just like funny? Because I do think it's like a meta narrative there. It's not what you think it is. Don't actually remember playing Need for Speed Levels at all. It does look like I would have played it for like, you know, half an hour or something like that. There's only 26 levels. That's quite weird. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not much of a racing game person either, so. Knowledge is power. Remember Playlink? Remember when PlayStation were pushing that? It's like a Jackbox was out at this point, actually, wasn't it? Yeah, this is basically just PlayStation's way of doing their own Jackbox. Does it have a Platinum? Yeah, it does have a Platinum. I wonder if you can even play this, because technically you could just do this if you had enough phones. Yeah, I don't know if that is worth playing either. Lego Marvel Super Heroes 2, that's actually one of the... Well, I've got the DLC as well. Ant-Man and the Wasp, a movie character and level pack. Who's buying that? Like, other than me. I do think I think I played this later than when it came out, and I got all the DLC in like a pack. But yeah, I think the reason I like this one so much is because it's like an original story. It's not based on the films. It's I think it's actually Kang as well, which is a cool thing. Obviously, what, like 5 years before he showed up in the MCU. Oh no, it's not actually, because he was in Loki. Yeah, so 3 years in. Having like a Kang story, so you can like send your cool, because you know what's going on before, you know, he gets written out. Yeah, I do actually love it. I wish there was because I feel like I'd never go back and play a Marvel game and 100% it, or a Lego game, I mean. I wish they just put a PS5 version of every single one, so it gave me like a reason to. Need for Speed 2015, I think this is. This is the weird one where it had the live action cutscenes, which is just so. I actually thought it was quite cool. especially I had like the wave from Game of Thrones in it, just after, or maybe even actually the same year that they were like at that, was it season 5 they're in? Yeah, I think I just kind of played this casually and then stopped before like actually going for the platinum. Minute, which is a game people don't talk about Minute enough. I wonder what did they make after? Seems like they did not make anything after, but it's been 7 years. Minute's a puzzle game where you survive for 60 seconds, and during that time there's like puzzles you can do. You can find items and use them on things, and it'll unlock like different paths, and then you'll only get shortcut where you get shortcuts, but you also get checkpoints, so you start at different places. And basically the whole game is not that long to beat it in one sitting. Oh no, actually I remember there was a bug at launch. Cause like I played it, started it at midnight basically, and I played it till 1, and then I'm pretty sure I couldn't play it, or I can't remember what was bugged exactly. But then I waited till October till it got patched, and then finished the game there. Yeah, see that's what's fun about it. It takes a while to play it the first time, and 100% at the first go, but then it takes you 13 minutes to beat it the second time, and then another like 20 minutes to beat it again. I don't know if I cheated on that. Like I don't actually know if that's how long it takes, but I do think it's quite cool. It's like, because it's a game where like at the start you don't know what you're doing, and then just slowly you understand what, like, you learn what you're meant to be doing, and then so that means on the second go you don't have to like mess about with anything. You can just like do it. Guacamelee 2, I still need to play Nobody Saves the World on PS5 because I played it on Xbox when it came out, because it was a exclusive at the time. But I love Guacamelee so much. I wish they... See, it has actually been 3 years since Nobody Saves the World, so what are ThinkBox doing? That's a question. Actually, I think they have announced it, but I just can't remember. Yeah, Guacamelee is just so good. It's a like 2D Metroidvania, and it's like a lucha story. So there's a bunch of like wrestling, the FNCs, all the moves you do, there's like power diving and stuff like that, you know, we're just having fun. Disney's Brave, I played this in an afternoon, I think. Is that it? Yeah, I guess, but I did some of it the night before. Yeah, from 12:30 till 7 o'clock. I think I took a break for dinner or something like that. We're just playing Brave, and it's exactly what you think. It's like, it's not worth playing. It's an easy platinum. It's just, you know. Explosion is also, I'm pretty sure this is also a kind of like shovelware. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, okay, this is, yeah. This is like my, we're about to go on the walk of shame with all the shovelware things. But these are not as bad, I would like to say. In 2018, the shovelware platinums were nowhere near as bad as they are now. We're like, it seems like My Name is Mail was like an outlier, and now every easy platinum game is My Name is Mail. Yeah, Explosion is a top-down shooter, I believe, and it takes 13 minutes to get the platinum. Jack and Jill DX is a platformer. I think you both move at the same time or something like that, and then that takes 10 minutes to platinum. Little Adventure on the Prairie, this is a 2D side-scroller that takes half an hour to platinum. That's not that bad. Super Destronaut DX, I don't know what this is. I think this is Space Invaders, and it takes 20 minutes to platinum. Slide is actually a famous one, because it takes 1 minute to platinum. And I do think before the auto pops existed, like the PS4 to PS5 auto pops, I'm pretty sure this was my #1. Like, this is my fastest platinum. This is a sliding puzzle, and you just, you know. And then we're back to the actual games. So Patapon Remastered, this is I keep on saying this, but this is a game I definitely do want to get back to, like very soon, because they're making a spiritual successor, I think. Or is it actually, did they get the rights? Patapon 3. Oh no, actually, yeah, so Patapon 3 just came out on the, like, PS5, you know, that, what was it, like the PlayStation Plus thing? Yeah, they put a Kickstarter on the 13th of March. They raised a lot of money, but it's in yen, so I need to check that. What? They raised £250,000 for Udatan, and it's so good. The logo looks the exact same as Patapon. Yeah, they hit like all of their milestones except the last one. Yeah, so I would like to play all the Patapons so I can play this new one. But I mean, this is a long way out, I'm assuming, because they only just kickstarted it. Unless they've been like secretly making it. Is there a... Oh wait, no, it says the game's going to come out in April 2025. Okay, I see. The Kickstarter was a while ago, but it was just in the news again because it's like coming out soon. Yeah, the Kickstarter was in September 2023, and I think the reason that I only just heard about it is because the trailer came out for like you know, the game's like about to come out. Yeah, so I would like to play all the Platin ones so I can play that one. FIFA again, you know, actually did I had a lot more trophies in the last FIFA. 75%, only 50 this time. What happened? There are some years where I didn't even do like easy ones, like win a penalty shootout without missing. You know, that will take you like 5 minutes. Win a survival match. So I need to go back to this, just get some easy trophies. Obviously the servers will be down. So Dark Cloud is another game that I would love to go back to, just because the way people talk about it, it seems like it was made for me. But it just didn't hit with me. Even you can see I played it in August and I didn't like it. And then I think what I did, I went back and I used the cheats, but even then I still didn't like it. So I don't know, but I do think, again, it's the same thing where this is 7 years ago. So obviously I've changed, like my tastes have hopefully got better. And because I genuinely do think I would love it if I like stuck with it. They did 2, surprisingly, at 2%. This was on, I think this was launch day. And I've only played it for maybe less than 10 hours total. I don't know, I will play it at some point, but it just, I can't even explain why I don't like it. Because it is kind of, obviously it's slow, but I don't think that would actually put me off than playing it if I, like sat down with it. But I also just feel like I've kind of missed it. Yeah, I would like, it's not even I would like to go back to it. I feel like I have to go back to it. Like, there's no way that I can have not played Red Dead 2 and just, you know, as if that's normal. The Eyes of the Tomb Raider, which is I think this is the second one. Is that right? How late was I playing this? Have I played Shadow? See, I have no clue. Oh yeah, I played it in 2016, and I went back to it in 2018, but I hardly played it. Yeah, I just don't think this one is nearly, like, it's not even close to being as good as the first one, like 2013. And I do think I didn't play Shadow because of that. And that one, do you know, actually, I think, I'm not going to go back to this, but I was actually very close to the platinum, I think. Like, I did like a lot of the annoying stuff, and I just didn't do like the final. I'm pretty sure I could probably do this in like 3 or 4 days. So like maybe I will go back to it just because I'm so close, but I kind of don't want to. There's a lot of DLC as well. Digimon World Next Order. Again, this is a game that I do think that I would like, because the whole premise of it is you have your Digimon and you level them up and they evolve in whatever ways. It's all like random, kind of like, if you go to the gym more, then they'll level up that way and evolve that way. If you feed them more, they'll level up that way. They'll have like different stats. And then the game's like, the actual combat is quite hard. So when you lose, you go back to the start of the game, but your Digimon that's now devolved back to the base level has like better base stats. So then you can evolve it in different ways to get more powerful. And then you play the game again, and you die again. So then you go back to the start. And I do love the idea of like playing a tough game that slowly gets easier and easier as the game also gets harder. But it just was like so clunky, I felt like. But I don't actually think I gave the game a chance. I only played it for, like, I only got trophies for about 5 hours, and then I came back the year later. So this one I definitely would like to get back to again, just because there's a new Cyber Sleuth game out this year, and I need to go back to the other two as well. I've actually only played the first one. I never even checked out the second one. And then this was when I got my first PlayStation VR, which I never actually ended up getting the second one. And as you can see, there's just a lot of games that I never played that much. So play them VR. I don't know if I have. No, actually, I do have some VR platinums. But one thing I hated is like having to follow a guide. Using the VR, you know, you'd like take it off, look at the thing, put it back on, and you're like sweating. You're like, is this worth it? So yeah, play them VR. I don't remember that much, to be honest, but that does actually have the first Ask the Bot level in it. There's like one little short section. PlayStation VR Worlds, again, this is like the pack-in game, and this is kind of weird because there's like, I remember there was the shark one, which is like just a tech demo kind of, you know, when VR first started, and it was like the roller coaster and stuff like that. And it's also got, I think this is the one that has the luge thing where you lie down and you fall, like you go down that road. But it also has London Heist, which is again similar to that Ask the Bot thing. It's the Blood and Truth like tech demo that London Studio made before they shut down, and then that'll be like that. The actual full game will show up again here, because that is like genuinely one of the best games ever made. and I don't like VR that much, but like that is just so, it's like so exciting. I feel like that game was, and obviously London Studio are now shut down, so it was worth it. Play them, and this is all. Oh wait, actually, this isn't even Play them VR, is it? Or is it? To Play them, because they're to Play them VR. Yeah, I think this is. I think when I must have been looking at the Trophies for the first one, or for the VR one, and I realised that the actual Play them had Trophies that are like super easy. Obviously, the Play them is most famous for when the PS4 first came out, people were going live using that game because it shows your camera on the screen, and people were doing things on the camera. Exceed, I mean, I think I just played this. This is like what I was talking about, where kind of like VR tech demo type thing, where it's like fun for a few minutes and then you're like, I'm actually going to sit here and box. Keep Talking Nobody Explodes. It's an actual good game on the VR. You only need the VR to play it though, but you know, it does kind of make it more immersive. Borderlands 2 VR. Borderlands 2 is one of my favourite games of all time. I've clicked it. Yeah, Borderlands 2 is one of my favourite games of all time, and I was like, okay, so they're putting a VR version out, that's going to be fun. But that is kind of what I'm saying about like having to follow a guide with the VR on. And it's not even a bit of, I think it's just because Borderlands is such a grindy game. It's like the perfect podcast game. Like, do you want to be in a VR headset for like, I was like a 40-hour platinum or something like that? Beat Saber, another one where it's like, you know, it's fun to play, but am I going to sit here and like, you know, put the work in to actually, like, you know, beat the game? And it was also quite, it gets hard quite fast. I Expected to Die, that's like a James Bond kind of puzzle room, escape room thing. I remember playing, it was like so like clunky, I think. It was like hard to play. I actually don't know what the VR, the Diner Duo is. I have no memory of this one. I think it's basically just Overcooked, but in VR. But I do also think it might be a multiplayer, where you're in VR and then someone else is doing something else, maybe. Marvel Spider-Man is here. I think this would, yeah, like, I got the platinum in this a few games before, but obviously this is going back to do the DLC, which honestly was maybe one of the worst parts of the game. I've never heard anyone say anything good about the DLC, but I mean, what do I have to say about Spider-Man? You know, I do think it's like, is this the most, the game with the most platinums? That makes sense. Yeah, so almost 400,000 people have this platinum. You know what I think is surprising? Horizon Zero Dawn is the second highest platinum, second most achieved platinum. It's like, really? Is it not quite like annoying? Like, just compared to like Spider-Man 2, but I guess the game's been out for longer, is the point. But like, Play Them is only number 4. In that game, like, everyone has that game that has a PS5. Yeah, obviously, you know, Spider-Man, good game, good platinum. Other than, you know, I'm like one of the only people that had an issue with that last 100% all, like, you can see, I played the game, they come out in the 7th. Yeah, so I played the game at 11 AM the day it came out, played it all day, played it all day, played it all day, and I like finished it at night time. Yeah, at 6 PM on the 9th, and it took me 10 days. Obviously, I wasn't playing for the whole 10 days, but like, I was like, you know, I was like working towards it slowly, just doing like the 5 crimes in each area. That took me ages, but no one else like talks about it like that. I don't know. I remember just sitting on the rooftops waiting for the call to come in, and then going to do it. Yeah, and then so then I went back, and are these all January? Yeah, I just like played the game, like put a podcast on, finish it on New Game Plus, and then do the DLC, which, you know, they're just not. I mean, the only interesting thing here is the Miles stuff, but that's like one cutscene at the end of the last one. It's like, is it worth playing the whole game, like the whole DLC for that? Kingdom Hearts 2, which is my favourite of the. I've only played the 3 mainline and that or the Chain of Memories. It took me ages to play it. I don't know what did I play it. No, I think that was just because I was like busy over Christmas. But like I played the first one in 2013, I think, and I went back to it in 2017 maybe, and it took me ages to go and to like actually play 2, and it's so sad that I did that because 2 is so good. And again, this is one where I was so close to the platinum, and I got stuck on like one. What did I have left to do? Yeah, I had to beat the. Oh wait. What? I can't remember exactly what it was, but I think I beat the game. Okay, I think I beat it on. Is that when I played it on easy? In my head, I'm like so close to the platinum because I'm pretty sure that all of these are linked. You know, you get the last link entity by killing a guy, which is the last mission also, and you get a treasure for doing that, and then you can make a thing. I'm pretty sure these are all basically the same thing. Yeah, I was stuck in one of the Organization 13 boss fights that has playing cards. If you know which one that is, then that's the one I got stuck on. And I think what it was, I'm pretty sure I was playing on Proud. I have no clue actually. None of this makes sense. But in my head, I'm like, I was so close to the platinum, but I guess I'm not if I need to play it on Proud. No, but I think that's what it was. I was going to do all of it on easy and then just like play the game on critical and, you know, lock in and just do like the base, like the main game stuff, and then I'd get the platinum. But I couldn't even finish the first playthrough because I couldn't do this boss fight, which I'm guessing I was doing on easy. So maybe I'm not as close as I thought I was, but Harvest Moon, It's Wonderful Life. This is, again, it's a game I'd love to go back to, just because this is like the game that I played over and over again when I was younger. I don't think I actually played the game. I think I just like loaded up a new save, like got on the horse, went about, and then when it came out on PS4, I bought it thinking, okay, like I'm going to play this like childhood game, and then I didn't actually end up playing it. Not for it. I think something else just came out, like I don't know, like like Incredibles. But yeah, this is definitely something that I need to go back to, especially just because it's at 1%. You know, like plant 20 crops, I could get that in like so quickly. Catch a fish. So I need to, even if I don't get the platinum, I need to at least go back and just play the game and get married to Muffy again, because I was like, that was like my goal when I was younger. Disney Universe, again, this is kind of like a Lego game, where I remember this is a game that I wanted when I was younger, but I can't remember why. I think I wanted it, but I don't want to like spend money on it, you know. And then this was on PlayStation Plus, like the cloud, and I played it for well like half an hour, and I was like, you know, is this actually worth playing, like this like kids game? Don't know what the platinum's like, but I just remember the game actually not being that good. But again, it's on my list at 8%, so we do have to go back to it at one point. Philipix, Phil's Epic Adventure. This is another Picross one. I think this is the one I was talking about. Yeah, so I played it in November. I think probably just after I finished the colour one. And I was like playing, having fun, and then I realised this game is so long. You can see I was like slowly, like December, January 19th, 21st, 22nd, 25th, 23rd of February, 25th of February. So this took me ages, and this is why I've started playing Picross games on the Switch now, because then you can complete them or not complete them, and I don't feel any type of way about it. Lego Incredibles, again, not much to say because it is just a Lego game, but I don't remember liking this one that much. Can't remember why. I think it felt too long, because obviously this is based on a 2-hour long film, and it's split up into like a bunch of levels, and it's like, do we really need? And then this thing too, it's like, if you're thinking about like Star Wars and like all the people you could play as and who you would want to play as, and like in the Marvel games, all the characters and that, and it's like, if you're playing an Incredibles game, name 25 characters you'd want to play as, and even then it's like, name 25 characters. So I can't remember if this included any of the people from 2, but I do remember something kind of cool. I kind of like, you'd never use them, but this had all like the Pixar characters on it. You know, you could like unlock Lightning McQueen and Nemo and stuff like that. It's like, you know, it's kind of cool. But this is the Dead 1, which I'd actually never finished. You can see this is the like PlayStation 3 version back in 2010 when I was playing it. And I was just kind of like, you know, the levels are so like scattered. And I went back in 2018. Yeah, so this is just after the second game came out, and I guess that was my thinking, like, before I can play the second one, I need to play the first one. So this was also through the cloud, and actually I think I was like on the way to getting the platinum, and then I think I started doing it online, and I was like, I just can't be bothered doing it online. It's so like tedious, and also I think there's a bunch of hackers, is that right? So like if you start like leveling up, you could just get de-leveled. But yeah, as you can see, I did go. I think actually I didn't do the epilogue then. Did I even beat the game? I remember like, I either beat it and didn't do the epilogue, or I left it. I think what makes more sense is if I got to the last mission and didn't finish it, because I was going to do the platinum and then finish the game, which is possible. Yeah, I remember I got to when I was doing the treasures, and I was like, I just can't be bothered. And I think I ended up losing my save because it's obviously through the cloud. Again, it's a game I do probably need to go back to. But see, at this point, I would probably just play the game again on the PS4 version, because that doesn't have multiplayer. So you can just, you know, actually play it. And also, there's no performance issues, and it runs at 60, I think, so, you know, you're fine, like, that way. Now, Peasant Knight is another shovelware platinum, but this one is actually kind of into this, and I think Peasant Knight, you only walk one way, and then you jump, and then if you hit a wall, you flip what way you're going. So it's not, like, it actually is quite good, and also it does, see, this one took an hour, so that's like, oh, maybe not actually, because I did not play it for an hour, or maybe. I either took a break or, yeah, like, so it either takes half an hour or an hour, but I don't know, that game is like, it's not good, but I'd actually kind of recommend it. Same with Stormboy, this is another, you know, it's a half an hour platinum, but this is like an actual good game, I think. Like, maybe not good, but it's not, this is not shovelware, it just is a short game. It's like, I think it's based on a book, and then they made like an interactive game out of it. It's maybe something you'd find in like a museum, more so than like the PlayStation Store, but it's not bad. Now we have another Pickados game, and you can see, is this one longer? Yeah, February to May, and it's just the same thing where the game's fun and you're like playing it, and then you get to the end, you realise how long the game is, you're like, I don't think I want to play this anymore, so then you start doing that cheat method and get to the end. Toy Story Mania, I think this is another one. I think this only took me, yeah, I mean, oh yeah, I've played it twice, because I think that's the thing, I was like, oh, this is meant to be a short platinum, I'll play this, and then I was like, oh, this game's actually quite, like, mind-numbing, but this is one that was on PlayStation Plus Cloud, so, you know, it was technically free. I was like, I may as well play it. Technically, it only take, like, I started at 11 PM, and I finished at 4. What a night I had then. Obviously I've got these as well, but yeah, this is like a weird, like, minigame collection. Probably wouldn't recommend playing that one, but I would recommend playing Falcon Age. And you can also play this in VR. I don't think you should, because it's like quite a long game, but I can't remember if there's combat in this. I actually have like almost no memory of the actual game, but the most like interesting thing about it is you've got a falcon on your left hand, and you can like send them off to do tasks, and you can like pet him and stuff like that, and it just is quite like a nice like game, you know, and that's why the playing in VR would be kind of interesting, because you'd actually have him on your arm, you could actually touch him and get, I guess. I can't remember if there was like combat or whatever. You can also see it, like, when I first played it, I didn't like connect with it, and then I guess I went back to it at 5 in the morning, and I was like, well, this game actually might be good. Then the next day I locked in and then finished it. Can't remember what was it they made after, or they announced a game with Outer Sloth, is that it? Or Inner Sloth? Yeah, oh yeah, they made versus shooters, which is sounding, I actually need to play that game, because I feel like I would love it, and I just didn't play it when it came out, and then, you know, it feels like, it's like I missed it. Yeah, and that's what they were doing, Project Dosa now, which I think is not I thought it was like an MMO kind of thing. It does look kind of cool. Yeah, I would highly recommend playing Falcon Age. You can probably get it super cheap now, because it's like 6 years old. Yeah, 6 years old. Then Persona 3, 4, and 5, Dancing All Night. I'd already got the Vita version of Dancing All Night. I don't know if these had just came out or if I got them on. I'm guessing there must have been like some kind of pack. But again, these are like, even I've not actually played 3 at all, and I've never finished 5. I've not finished 4 either. But these are just like genuinely like good rhythm games. And they're like relatively easy, because you can use like the cheats. It seemed like they took me like a week, but I don't know if I was just doing something else. Yeah, I love these games. I wish they, don't know if Metaphor, could they do a Metaphor dancing game? I have no clue. Burnout Paradise Remastered. This is another game that I used to play all the time when I was younger. And then when it came out on PS4, you know, I was like, I have to get this one. Can't remember if they took out some of the annoying stuff, but obviously just the online is much easier to use on a PS4. And I do think I got all of them, except there were some annoying selfies that you didn't have to boost them, but they're much easier if you do. I was actually kind of getting bothered, but I think with the most famous one is that get the 7 people inside the baseball stadium, which you can see it took me 4 days, so I'm guessing I actually did boost that one. Yeah, the game is just so good. I was playing it again on Xbox because it was on Game Pass, just because I feel like it's so easy to just like load up. And I don't know if she's done it yet, but Ludi XP is doing that like Burnout community event where there's like a bunch of people playing it now, and they're going to all pop the platinum at the same time with that Wildcats baseball stadium trophy. I think that might be coming up soon, because I saw she was talking about it like 2 months ago. I feel like that's like, it makes sense to give you like 2 months to like prepare. Life is Strange Before the Storm. I don't like this one as much. I think this also took me a while to play, did it? Yeah, like I started it in January. I didn't even finish episode 1. Yeah, then I went back to it in May, and I was like, I played it in one sitting after that, but I just, that's my least favourite of the, like, is it 5 there are now? Like, there's like, yeah, 1, 2, the colours, actually double exposure is like actually the worst one, but I think I would probably rather replay that one than Before the Storm, but I will actually play this one again because of that 2-pack that they have with the first one and this one on PS5. I know like the graphics are like all messed up, but it's another easy platinum and it's another excuse to like play the first one again, which I do like, and play the second one again and see if I like it this time. Maybe. Ben 10 is another one where people say it's an easy platinum, and I remember I couldn't sleep, like it was 4 AM, I just played it till 7. You know, I think I actually had I think I went to uni that day as well, so it was like, yeah, I was messed up. Yeah, this is another one, it's like, it's an easy kids game platinum, and it's actually quite, it's not like good, but you know, it's like fun. But I didn't actually bother even going for the other ones. This one, defeat Queen Bee without taking any damage, that took me ages, because I remember it's like a 10-minute level, and you have to get to the end of the level, and then start the boss fight, and if you take damage on that boss fight, you need to start the whole level again. So it was like 10 minutes per attempt, and I don't know, it just generally is hard. And then you also have to, I don't even think I attempted this one, but after that there's another boss fight you have to do, which, yeah, as you can see, it's got a lower percentage. So this is one, I don't know if I have my save though, because I think this is also, I think I played this on the PlayStation Cloud, but you know, it's a PS4 game, so I don't know. No, actually, I think what it was, I think it was on PlayStation Plus, like, when it was called PlayStation Now back then, wasn't it? Like, yeah, this is on PlayStation Now, so I was playing it through the cloud even though it's a PS4 game, but it got taken off PlayStation Now, which is now what we would call PlayStation Plus Classic. Trying to make it so confusing, the PlayStation Plus Premium, like, you know what I'm talking about. But I think this is no longer on PlayStation Plus, is basically, that's my point. Like, if I wanted to go and do this, I wouldn't actually buy it. And it is, where's the PS4 version? Oh no, actually, so it's now, apparently it's on PlayStation Plus Extra, so, you know, I could play it. Depends if I have my save, that's like the most important thing, because I'm not playing the whole game again. Lego DC Supervillains, this was not great. This was actually the last Lego game before they did, they took like 3 years to make Star Wars Skywalker Saga, which was also not great, so we need to just come back to like I want a yearly Lego game. They don't even have to be that good, just as long as they exist and they're like decent, because that Skywalker Saga was just so long, and I guess I'm kind of like contradicting myself, saying like I just need a Lego game, I don't care if it's good, and then saying this one's bad. But I think what it was, I didn't like the story in this one, and I know that I did say I liked the Marvel one because it was like original, but I don't know, I feel like this one just kind of felt so like thrown together. Shazam movie pack, what was going on? Conan Exiles, I actually never played this. This is like it was on PlayStation Plus, and you could do like, you could access the debug menu, so you can get the platinum in. Actually did take me 2 seconds somehow. Yeah, it's like you can level yourself up to max level quickly. You can see that's what I did here. You can like teleport to the top of the map and jump off. Like, you can just like cheat the whole thing. I don't think the game's that good anyway. I didn't play it. Child of Light, I actually went back to this one because I played it back in 2015. And I didn't finish it. And then I just kind of wanted, I can't remember what my reasoning was, but it's actually so interesting. I don't know the exact studio, I can't remember because it's UbiArt, isn't it? But I don't know if they're a publishing team or, no, UbiArt is the engine that they, oh wait, is it? What am I saying? Yeah, UbiArt is an engine, but they did make Child of Light, developed by Ubisoft Montreal. What did they make now? See, I think Ubisoft is one of the confusing ones where they make everything without. Ubisoft Montreal last made Rainbow Six, or they made or they're working on the Sands of Time. What is going on? It's so hard to read. They worked on Assassin's Creed Origins, then Far Cry 5, then Far Cry New Dawn, then Valhalla, then Rainbow Six Extraction, then now they're working on the Sands of Time and the next Assassin's Creed. I mean specifically the Child of Light team, the creative director, who is working on, says all this guy worked on was Child of Light. And I'm on his LinkedIn now. I have no clue. the creative director of Child of Light is now the vice president of editorial. But he's actually left at Ubisoft. He's now a consultant at Take Cover. And he made a studio. 1535 Entertainment, okay. Apparently 1535 Entertainment have 5 employees. Obviously this guy's one of them. And they have not announced anything. So, I don't know. My whole point was I just want to know what the, like, I would like a new, like, Shadow of Light was like into this idea. I like you could like, you could like hold the guy, you could like freeze the next attack that was coming. And I just wanted to see like, what are they working on? Not what it was like, it's been 10 years, like, what have they worked on? And it seems like the answer is, we don't know. Borderlands 2, I think, yeah, this is me going back to do, well, actually this is the Borderlands 3 DLC. Like the standalone thing. I think I had to talk about Borderlands 2 in a different video. But yeah, as I said with the VR, like I love Borderlands 2 is my favourite. I first played it on PC when it came out, and then I went back. I don't know, I think it was just like cheap on PS4 or something, and I never actually finished it, I don't think. Where did I? Oh no, I did. I think it was the DLC. I think I came back to the DLC after. I have no clue, actually. I don't really like, either way, Borderlands 2 is one of my favourite games of all time. Borderlands 3, I played once. I got the Platinum actually, and I will probably never touch it again. Whereas Borderlands 2 is a game that I haven't played recently, but it is a game that I could see myself just going back to over and over again. If there was ever a PS5 version, then I would be on that like day one. Doom BFR, I can't remember if is this a new game or is this just Doom? No, I think this is a separate game. Yeah, it's like a game, you know. I think I actually bought the gun thing, play this, and then I played it for maybe like, and I guess we can find out, half an hour. I was like, I think I'm not built for VR. I just don't get it. Now we have Vampire, which is Dontnod made, and it's actually just so weird. Dontnod's such a weird studio, obviously making Life is Strange, making Vampire, which is like so different. Then like recently making Jusant. One thing I do remember about this, which again, it's like, is this game good? I think it's like into this at least. I think it's like if you kill people, you get more powerful. But everyone goes like crazy, obviously, because you're killing everyone. So I find like beat it on hard. Is that a thing? I thought you had to beat the game on hard. I don't know. I just remember I remember getting stuck in a boss fight, and it genuinely I was like there for hours. If it was like, but I remember being on my second playthrough, which is why I'm confused. Is this it? I feel like this could be the one I was stuck on. That's why I don't think it would have took me 5 days, but you know. I remember I was so stuck that I ended up like looking to see like if there were like cheats or anything, and this game launched with the debug menu in the game. So if you plugged a keyboard into your PlayStation, you could like just get yourself to max level and like put on like God mode and stuff like that. And I was very tempted to do it, but I did not. And I did get the platinum in that naturally. I did not cheat. Volume is another. It's actually quite similar to Pyre, where Thomas Was Alone. I would have played that when I was like 12, and that kind of like changed my life. You know, it was like so good. And then when Volume came out, I was like, okay, this guy, like Mike Bithel's next game, and I didn't like it that much. I think it might have been on PlayStation Plus when it first came out. Yeah, I played it. You can see, I mean, I maybe played it for like 20 minutes, then I went back in July, and I played it again for like, you know, a bit. And then I finally did go back to it in 2019 and actually get the platinum. I do appreciate it more at the time. I still don't, like, you know, Thomas Alone is just so good. And The Solitaire Conspiracy is also good. It's quite a different kind of game. And I've actually not played any of these other ones. I think they were like Switch only, or Switch and PC only. And obviously I would play them, but I just like missed them. I need to play his new Theon game before that his other new one comes out this year. Because I believe they're connected to like his new kind of canon. Yeah, I would actually recommend like Volumes. Like again, it does sound kind of like a negative word, but it is like interesting at least. And I would recommend playing it if you like stealth games, or if you're like that's definitely, you'll get that super cheap now, surely. Weirdly, Shadow of War, I did all of the DLC for this, which I actually don't remember. I did play this after the like launch. Oh wait, what? Did I buy it at launch? November, but then I didn't play it till January, and then I didn't play it till May, then I didn't play it till June, then I didn't play it till July, and then I finished it in July. Yeah, like, because when this first came out, there was a big like, there was all the discourse about the final act and how it was like pay to win, but then I think they patched that out. So I kind of don't have the same opinion on this game as everyone else, because I played it at like a completely different time. But I do remember it just kind of being, I remember the story not connecting with me like at all, and it was just kind of like more of a sandbox thing to like play with the Nemesis system. And I remember at the end, I remember being annoying to get the platinum, but it's a kind of it's a game that I have like almost no memory of, to be honest, just because it does feel so similar to the first game. So I kind of like lump them together when I think about them. Obviously, as I said, this is now Monolith's last game, and it came out, well, like I think it was 2018. So like it's so weird for a studio to be shut down, and then you check like the last thing they made, it was 7 years ago. Like what? Lego Movie 2. Actually, you know what? Is this the last one before Skywalker Saga, or did I just not play it? I think when this came out, I hadn't seen the film yet, and I wanted to see the film first. And again, this is another one I have like almost no memory of, just because it is kind of so random. So, I mean, that is kind of what the films are like as well. But you know, it's another Lego game. Divinity Original Sin 2. I got this. I wish I'd played this when it came out, because it would have felt so cool when Baldur's Gate came out to say like I was there. But I bought this, and I remember it being so kind of obtuse. And we played it for a few hours, and we died in like the first fight, and I just did not understand the combat. Obviously, I feel like I could get it now because I've played some Baldur's Gate, but that is definitely one I need to go back to after I do actually play Baldur's Gate for the first time, because I've only played that for like 10 hours. So the Lego Movie 2 was Plat 140. We've got 10 more games to go until the end of this part, and hopefully the next part won't be in another year. So Unravel 2, I don't know if I think Unravel might appear higher than this because I went back to it, but you know, I think what kind of I need to just play this game like without thinking about the obvious, because what kind of ruined it is I think I was, you know, I think what I wanted to do, I wanted to like play each level and then go back to it and do it without dying, instead of doing these after, and that just kind of kills it because I was playing in co-op. So you know, it's like we're having fun playing it normally, and then when we finish a level, okay, let's lock in and you know, like beat the level without dying. And it's like, I don't think you're meant to do that. I think you're meant to leave that to the end. But this is a game that this is like one for sure I'll be going back to. Maybe not getting the platinum, but just to actually finish it for the first time. And I don't even know, don't know if I finished the first one either. EA Sports UFC 3, like it's not a game that I'd usually play, but I think it was on PlayStation Plus, or it was like very cheap or something. And again, another fighting game, but this is actually because I played the original version of this in 2011 on Xbox. So when it came out on PS4, I bought it just for kind of nostalgia reasons. But there was nowhere, like, you know, I was not going to get the platinum in this, so I didn't even attempt it. Faye is a like third-person adventure game on PlayStation Plus at some point, I think, and I just did not like it that much. But you know, it seems interesting. I think this is also an EA published game, just like Unravel, and I think that might be why I got it. Rayman Legends, one of my favourite games of all time. The platinum in this is notoriously takes ages. Oh yeah, okay. That it took so long that I didn't even like clock the numbers here. So you need to play the game normally, get all the collectibles, do like, you know, like what you'd normally think in a platformer, and then there's a daily challenge every day, and depending how well you do in that, you get points added to your profile. I think it's all like percentage based as well, so it's like you have to survive as long as you can, but it depends how other people have done that will put your score up or down, because you'll be in the top 1%. So you basically need to do the daily challenges, not every day, you can like skip some days, but I'm pretty sure it worked out. It was like, if you were number 1 in the world, it would take you like 60 days of daily challenges. And then if you got like a silver rank, it's like 180 days. So I remember I made a spreadsheet of like how close I was. Technically you can just like brute force this one. If you got like a bronze, you would very slowly get there. But as you can see, like I finished the game in August 2018, and I played it, obviously not every day, but it was a game I was like logging in. Anytime I was playing my PlayStation, I'll play this first, I'll do the daily, and then move on. So I finished it in August, and I didn't get the platinum until August the next year, which I don't know if I knew this, but it was exactly 1 year. I've only just realised that now, but that is quite cool. Yeah, but like, even still, with an on platinum, the daily challenges were fun, and the actual game is fun. So I would actually still recommend playing this now. The only thing is, the daily challenges might be harder now, because like I said, it's all like percentage based. So, you know, the only people playing, there's like less people playing the game now, you'd assume. So Yeah, I don't know about that one, but it is just a genuinely good game. And the music levels are, I think that's like probably the most famous thing about it, but the music levels are like genuinely actually quite good. WWE 2K19, I think I got the platinum for this, but I just didn't do the multiplayer stuff, I would assume. Yeah, I think these are always bugged as well. Like 0.6% of players have done that. No, that's not that. And then this was the multiplayer stuff. I don't think these were not as bad as usual. Like this, that wouldn't actually take that long. And I don't think they are multiplayer. I think they were like live events or something like that. But I remember this one's always bugged, and the AJ Styles Tower was like actually genuinely like so hard. You had to beat like 10 matches in a row, and your health would go down. Like you wouldn't get your health back at the start of the next one, and you'd get to like the 8th level and you'd lose and you need to do it all again. I think that was the thing as well, like the first person to do it got invited out to the WrestleMania or something like that. Catching the Release is a VR fishing game, which I actually quite liked, just because it's kind of like a chill out thing. I don't know, does it have a platinum? Yeah. I can imagine actually playing the game like properly, but it was like quite a tactile thing. You were like in the boat and you would have to do it, and then you like throw your fish in, like your cast in, and you could just kind of like mess with stuff. It's like a game I'd like play with, like a VR game, but I'm not gonna actually like play a VR game. Lego City Undercover, this actually, people talk about this as if it's like one of the best Lego games. I remember I played it on the Wii U when it first came out, and maybe that's like it's gimmicky, maybe, is that why people like it? But when I played it, I just did not get with it at all. And if you watched that 12-hour challenge video that I did, you'll see that I lost my save with it. So again, this is a game that I would like to go back to, but I probably will never, just because I need to play the game again. Plague Tale Innocence. Can't remember, did I do this all in one go? Yeah, no, so I played it in July. I finished it. Yeah, I didn't even finish the game. Got to chapter 4 in July, then I went back in August, and then I platinumed it then. I played this twice now because I played the PS5 version. Again, it kind of feels like the game's more interesting than it is good. I remember the final boss is just so, like, mad. Yeah, definitely, I would recommend playing these if you haven't played them and you're into this in them, because they're like, it's kind of a good meld of like, it's like a narrative game with some stealth, with some like into this and puzzle stuff. And obviously the technology of all the that's, like when you use fire and they all go different places. I do think what I don't like about it is the combat and like the actual like stealth sections. Just because it's like, you know, it's a stealth game. I don't want to actually be fighting people. Yeah, and then the story is like, you know, it's okay. It's into this at least. The biggest praise I can give. Erica is another game that is definitely into this. Probably not that good, but it's a FMV game where I can't remember if you can use your controller, but I remember I used my phone to play it, and you're just like watching a film, making decisions. But I don't know, it's just, this one is an actual interesting thing. The platinum is obviously like following a guide to get the correct decision and stuff like that, which, you know, it kind of defeats the purpose, but just playing it naturally the first time, you know, it's quite good. Also, I forgot, actually, you get all the trophies at the end of the playthrough, I think, don't you? Just look at that. Like, I got these all at 11:30, and I got these all at 2. So, I mean, that's interesting at least, having them all off at one time. Far Cry New Dawn, this is actually controversial, but I actually like this. Obviously, it's still the kind of same, like, you know what you're getting, but I don't know, I thought it was quite fun. I like the art style, how it's like so like oversaturated and like kind of ugly, but you know, in a good way. But I like the double jump. I remember that when you unlock the double jump, the game just like changes. I definitely wouldn't like defend this game, like in an argument, but I don't think it's as bad as people say. But it is also just a Far Cry game. Borderlands 3, like I mentioned before, I played it when it came out. I think I got the platinum quite quick, like in a week, and then I didn't go back for any of the DLC. I don't even know what is this. Yeah, it's just not I just had no interest in it. And also, I think one of the most famous things about it, like or infamous, I guess, is like how long the cutscenes are, and you can't skip them. So it makes any replay just so mind-numbing, because you're like, okay, can I just play? It's such like it is such a podcast game, but they want to give it like, they want to like make it not a podcast game. They want you to actually care about the story. It's like, no one cares. Just let me like play and not be annoying. Spider 1, this one, I think this took me, oh yeah, this only took me like 10 days, which is quite long for, I'm pretty sure you probably get the platinum in like 8 hours. I never played Spider when I was younger. I only had, I can't remember what it was, but there was a place that we would go to and they had Spyro on a PlayStation there. but it wasn't. It was like a weird one. It wasn't the mainline ones. It must have been one of the spin-offs. I also remember for the Game Boy, I had a top-down one, like isometric. So in 2019, this was my first time playing Spyro. You know, I had fun with it. It's not like, you know, like, it just is. It is what you expect. I didn't like it enough to play the other two. I think I did start the second one, and I never finished it. I remember the flying levels actually taking me, like, way too long. And I think I didn't like, I had to like follow a guide for them, which I wasn't the biggest fan of, but I would like to go back and finish the other two to like get what's going on, especially because I do believe that the first one is not the best. So, you know, I played the worst one technically. Back to the VR, there's actually a lot. I don't know what happened here. There must be some kind of VR sale, but Arkham VR, that's just like a fun little kind of tech demo thing. Job Simulator, obviously that's like a big like YouTube game. Again, that's just another one. It's quite quick, and actually the Platinum was quite. See, this like a good VR Platinum where you just have to finish the game and then like do like a few things more, but you don't have to like keep taking off and follow again. Static is a game that I would actually shout out as a good VR game. Does this one? No, it took me a few days. You looked like you have your headset on and you look down at your controller and it's a puzzle box, and when you hold like R2, L2 square, things happen on the puzzle box. And that was like it's like something that you couldn't do not in VR, and that's what's interesting about it. And the game is like the puzzles were like genuinely good. Actually, it took me like a year to get. I think these are like quite easy. I mean, that's the thing about VR. It's like once it's out, you're playing it, and then once it's away, it's away. But yeah, genuinely, I don't know if you can play this on VR too, but I would check. Like, you should play Static. Pixel Dipped. I remember this one. This one looked into this, and then when you play it, you're like, oh, maybe not. You're like in class playing a game on your Game Boy. Again, this is a VR one. And then like things happen in you have to like, when the teacher comes in, you have to hide your Game Boy, and it just like there's like stuff going on in it, but it's like it didn't work for me. It's kind of similar in a way to Screenbound, which is coming out soon. That's the platformer where you move on the Game Boy and you also move in 3D. It's not the same devs, I don't think, but when I saw Screenbound, it made me think of this and how like not fun it was. Until Dawn, The Rush of Blood. This is the game where you're in the cart, like the light shooter, whatever. I think it's when I got my VR, I played it for a bit. I was like, I don't think I want to play this, and then I think I wanted to go back and get the Platinum, and it lasted like half an hour. I was like, is this pointless? To the Top is a parkour VR game. Again, it's like I didn't play that much. Here's Spyro 2, which I got 28% of the way through. I think I just played them too quickly back to back, and they're quite similar, so I was like, you know. FIFA 20, 61%. Again, no FIFA Platinums on here, but like a lot of FIFA. Actually, you know what? I think this might be the last FIFA, or I might have played 22, but I've not played it for the past few years, and I do think this might be one of the last ones. Super Hot VR, again, another VR game that you play for a bit, and you think, do I want to keep playing this? Like, is it fun? Yeah. Do I want to finish it? No, not really. Conquer the Genie, an actually good standalone game, and it has a VR section that takes you, what, like 10 minutes? Yeah, Conquer the Genie, first party PlayStation game, I think, because it's like a small team, Pixel Opus. Yeah, that's a genuinely good, like, it's like a basic platformer with like heart, I think is the most important thing to say about it. As you can see, it's only actually, it did take me technically 2 days. You know, I played it from like 6 till 1:30, and then 6 till, yeah, like, it basically is like a 6-7 hour platinum. Obviously the studio has now shut down, but I think, was he in Astrobot, or am I missing everything? There was a Conquer the Genie thing in God of War Ragnarok. Yeah, and it has a VR mode, and then again, it takes like not much time at all, and it's actually quite good. It's like you paint on the floor. It's obviously it's not something you'd like recommend just to play it, but you know, that is something to like it. It's decent. And then I think this is Platinum 150 One Night Stand, which is like kind of, I would have to defend this game because, as you can see, it's a hour-and-a-half long platinum, and the name of the game, and when you kind of look at it, it does kind of seem a bit off, but it is actually a genuinely good game. Obviously it is short, so it's like, what do you expect? But it's like, you wake up after a one-night stand, and you can interact with things in the room, and then depending on what you pick, you get different endings, and then each playthrough is only like, you know, I'm pretty sure this see, this is what I was saying, like when you look at it, you think like, is this game kind of weird? But it's just, I'm pretty sure it was made by a woman as well, right? So okay, it was made by a woman. So the weird allegations have been defeated. Yeah, each playthrough is only like 10 minutes maybe, maybe even shorter than that. And then you just kind of like have to work out the best way to like do it. I can't remember if there is a good ending, or if there's just like a lot of different endings. This one is generally good, and then also at the end you have to get all the endings that you haven't got so far. So you can just follow a guide for that if you want to. But this one is like actually fun to like work out what's going on. And then that is 150. We actually have like, we've got so many like platinums back to back coming up, but that's where I'm going to leave it here. And I do hope that I never thought of this being like a yearly series, because that does mean you know, this is only up to plat 150, so that means in 2026 we'll be doing 200, which means like at the moment I could do one a year up to 2033, and I don't want to do that. I don't even know if we'll get there, to be honest. But so I would like to make this more. I would like to get through these a lot faster, but obviously there's a lot of we're talking about 412 platinums and 808 total games. So there's a lot to go through, and that's why these videos are so long, and there will be so many parts. But we're going to leave it at one night stand, which is 150, and then hopefully we'll come back and do the next 50 soon. But yeah, if you watch this all the way through, then say hi in the comments. Let me know how many platinums you've got and what your favourite one was. Let me know if there's any games here that I've kind of put you onto that you might be interested in. And then let me know what your favourite platinum is that you've not seen so far. Obviously there's a lot more to go that I might have, but any recommendations for games that you think I should check out, you know, put that in the comments as well, and I'll definitely take a look. But thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good one.